Regen Rovers have had a fantastic start to our second season in the Championship. We are flying and we're hoping to build on that today. Look, we're flying like a phoenix. We're up in third place. I know it's early days, but 17 points from our first 8 games. Only one defeat, which was on the first day of the season against Stoke City. We're banging in the goals as well. If we look at the most recent results, look at this. Just goals. A 0-0 draw most recently, but overall lots of goals flying in. Of course, in the last episode, we crashed out of the League Cup against League One Norwich, which was a little bit disappointing, but we mutilated Derby County 5-2. And since then, some big wins. We beat QPR 4-1. All the goals in the second half. Mark Ball is smashing in the goals. We're just playing really well as a team as well. Defensively, there's been a few iffy moments, but overall much better, I think. That was the first goal of this game. All the goals in the second half, by the way. And I must say, our new goalkeeper, Bayliss, has been really good as well. He's got a fantastic average rating in his first few games for the club. We signed him in the last episode, of course, for £25,000. Absolute bargain. This was a lovely work goal. And Bilbo scored his first goal for the club. He's one of the permanent signings, one of the few permanent signings I made in the summer. Christian Rutherford is one of the other permanent signings, and he managed to score. It was a cross from Bilbo, so a goal and assist for him. Came off the bench to have a real impact. And it was nice to see Ryan Curtis get his second goal of the season as well. He's been limited because of Luna and Mark Ball playing up front. So Ryan Curtis has had to make do with a position on the bench. We then beat Sheffield Wednesday 3-2. They scored very early on in this game, but we managed to equalise not too long later. Mark Ball with the equaliser. What a striker this guy is. He really is phenomenal, isn't he? Nice build up from us, just passing around, patient play, trying to break our way through their defence. And we did manage to in the end, eventually. Have a look at this. Steve Taylor into Hoare, who was out of position playing at left back at this point in time because of a free kick. That's why he was all the way over there. Chisakovic scored another penalty. See, now Okoro's out the team, we're getting penalties. You'd have had the opportunity to score from the spot this season. They equalised the game, but Mark Ball got the winner early on in the second half. Oh, I really do love him. I can't. My love for him will never cease, I don't think. I mean, I don't know what he'd have to do for me to stop loving Mark Ball. You know, he'd probably have to strangle David Okoro or something like that. It was actually an assist from Bayliss as well that got us the win. Just lumped it over the top for Mark Ball to run onto, and he finished. 2 goals and a 9.0 rating for him today. Look at this brilliant run of results. Preston, we beat them 2-1. We went 1-0 up thanks to Howard Flanagan, who has improved, I must say. He's really grown into this team, and we're just getting the best out of the majority of our players. This was his goal. Really good strike from outside the box. Top right-hand corner. Smashed it in. But Blackman got sent off for a second yellow card, and they equalised. But somehow, despite only playing, I think we were playing a 4-4-1, Alan Stevenson managed to get the winner with a fantastic free kick curled into the top left-hand corner. 2 brilliant goals from us in this match. And then a 1-0 win away from home against West Brom. Chisakovic with a free kick, and Mark Ball was unmarked at the back post. Quite often I have been going to a 4-5-1 when we're in the lead with sort of 20 minutes to go. And I did in this game as well. We brought on Alan Stevenson in the 73rd minute, slotted into defensive midfield, and we held on for a win. Now against Bolton, they were, I think, 3rd at the time, and I thought they were having a very good season. I thought it'd be best to go with the 4-5-1 in this game, and it nullified them. This Ronan chap is quite a good player. He's an Irish international, and I thought we need to get Alan Stevenson in there to stop this tactic. I looked ahead at what I thought they'd do, and it worked. We got a 0-0. We weren't particularly exciting going forwards, but we got a point. And I did say I would only really use this away from home, but I think against the top teams, we'll use this 4-5-1. We're going to be using it today in our second match against Southampton. First up will be a match against Millwall at home though, and we will go 4-4-2. Now Bayliss had an 8.5 performance in this game. Largely due to this penalty save, I suppose. That really boosted him, and the clean sheet. He made 7 saves, I think. brilliant performance from him. He's a top quality goalkeeper. I'm glad we signed him. He's a bargain. I think the reason he's so cheap is probably because of the eccentricity. You know, he's a bit of a maverick maybe. I'm not really sure. He's got a balanced personality. He's got not completely loopy, but I like him. He's had a really good start to his Regen Rovers career. First match of the episode then, we welcome Millwall down to Plumbing Park in Winchester. This is how we line up then. We are going with that 4-4-2, Mark Ball and Luna up front alongside each other. The rest of the team hasn't changed a huge amount since you last saw me. Of course, Potter is injured for 3 months, so Blackman is playing at left back. Vittel and Dix have swapped them around. Vittel's playing on the left, Dix on the right. Bilbo's come in for Steve Taylor the last couple of games. He's impressed me more than Steve Taylor, so the Man United loanee is on the bench, whereas our permanent signing, Gregor Bilbo, will be starting this match, I think for the 3rd time in a row. The Millwall team, we've played them twice in the series. We've beaten them once, we've lost against them once. I remember Nigel Round. Yeah, he played for Luton last year in the Championship, but he's been signed by Millwall for £2 million. It just puts things into contrast, because haven't they only just got promoted? Can't quite remember. Yeah, they got promoted from League One and they've spent £2 million, whereas we, to be fair, we could have spent £2 million, but I don't think we'd have been able to afford their wages. We certainly wouldn't be able to afford 19k a week for Nigel Round. We're going to have to watch out for him. He's a good player. Plummer, Rowan Plummer, I feel like I know him as well. I think I've come up against him. I just remember the name. Terry Hall. Yeah. I remember him as well. Maybe when he was playing for Portsmouth. He's pretty good. Or it might be a player that I've looked at and maybe signing. They've got some good players, haven't they, that are worth a lot of money, that are earning a lot of money. We're at the bottom of the table in terms of wages. We're paying about 70k a week. The next worst and the next lowest is Exeter on about 90. But Southampton predicted to finish top, are paying £1.1 million a week in wages, which is ludicrous when you compare it to ours. But we've had a fantastic start and we've been free-flowing, we've been scoring goals, the 4-4-2's working wonderfully, everything's clicking, we've got some quality players on loan. Yes, I'm not sure what everyone thinks about just loaning players, but we've not really done it up to this point, so I think I deserve to have a season where I just sign a load of players on loan. I'm surprised they've actually all agreed to join us, really. Millwall with the early corner then. Well, it's not particularly early. 17 minutes in, a goal disallowed. Jake Cooper basically bundled it over the line from about a yard out there. So, yeah, that must be offside. Easily offside. Here we go then. Blackman into Sakovic. He's had a good start to his Regen Rovers career. Of course, only on loan for a season. There might be the opportunity to sign some players permanently or on loan again next season. And to Sakovic, can't quite squeeze that header in. Free kick, which Blackman will take into Bilbo. Out wide to Rutherford. Into the box, crosses it in, Mark Ball. Oh, he's so dangerous. Already his 8th goal of the season. This guy is a goal machine. How many is he going to score for Regen Rovers? He could be with us for, a long time. Unless a team wants to come in and spend big on Mark Ball. He's going to be here a long time. He's just scored so many and surely he's going to continue to score so many for us. We're 1-0 up, but Mill will have a corner here. Whipped in, back post, headed over. I like Rutherford on the right as well. He seems to be a bit more consistent compared to Cochrane. Cochrane's young though, that's the thing. Cochrane's only 19. Let's keep it up, lads. We might go for the 4-5-1 if we've got about 20 minutes to go. We're still 1-0 up. We might try and solidify things a little bit. Let's hope we can get another goal though, make it a little bit more comfortable for us. First highlight of the second half. I bet the Ultras, the Regen Rovers Ultras are loving this against the Millwall away fans. Oh, tasty. Here's Luna round the back. He hasn't done much for a few games. Can he do something here? It's crossed in. Mark Ball, yes! Great assist from Luna, but Mark Ball still had a lot to do to get ahead of the defender there. He's done incredibly well, but it is a fabulous cross from Luna. He's only got 3 goals so far. It is really all about Mark Ball in front of goal at the moment, but he's picked up another assist. Whipped it in, and yeah, Mark Ball's done well there, hasn't he? Okay, I'm going to make a change. I'm actually going to run to Sakovic off. He's tired because we played, I think, was it midweek? And he's on a yellow. So Wes Honor's going to come on, only for his 2nd appearance this season. I'm going to leave it for a few minutes as a 4-4-2. But when it hits 70, I think we'll go 4-5-1. Just be a bit pragmatic and hold on for these results. We've been comfortable though, haven't we, with this? So Alan Stevenson's going to come on. He's had a good start to the season, playing as the anchor man. Picked up obviously a great free kick goal, a couple assists as well. So on comes Stevenson, and we will time waste a little bit. Yep, let's go for that. Got one more sub to make as well at the end of the game, just to waste a bit more time. Free kick, Wes Honour to take. He's curled it. Oh, clips the crossbar. Unlucky for Wesley. Not a bad effort. He really isn't a championship quality player, but he's our backup left winger this season. One more sub to make. Going to bring Passmore on for Hall. He's also very tired. Just a few minutes of injury time to go. Passmore's lobbed that into the box. He's just thrown it into the hands of the goalkeeper. Why aren't we wasting time there in the corner? 3.5 minutes to hang on here. Let's hope we don't throw it away. Passmore should easily have this covered. He does. It's back to Bayliss. We've hardly seen Bayliss do anything, have we? He's not had to make many saves, that's for sure. That's not long looking for Mark Ball. He's on a hat-trick, of course. It's Stevenson. Out wide to Wes Honour. Can he whip a decent cross in? Instead, he's running at the defence. Tries to feed it through to Flanagan, but can't quite do so. And now we've got a lot of men up front there. I don't know why there were so many forwards. Here's Twamley. That's crossed in. Great ball. Good save, Bayliss. It's the first thing he's really had to do. It's a clear-cut chance as well for Millwall. And that should be it. 3 points. Another 3 points. We've been remarkable this season. Our unbeaten run continues, but a massive test up next with Southampton. That's going to be really tough. Are we going to get a late goal here? We're not. 2-0. Solid. Really comfortable as well. Mark Ball, man of the match. What a star he is. Very happy with that. Next up then, Southampton. Bit of a local derby. Winchester's not very far away from Southampton at all. Hampshire derby. And we've played at St Mary's a few times. In the Hampshire Senior Cup finals, of course. We've also taken them on in friendlies. But this is our first competitive match. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, we've played Southampton 3 times in friendlies. We've actually drawn 2 of them. Not too bad. The most recent one was a couple years ago. 3-3. Mark Ball on the score sheet with Patinama and Wayne Burns. Of course, they are the favourites. The big favourites. But, remarkably, we go into this top of the championship. How on earth has this happened? 9 games in, we're top of the championship. Mark Ball, top goal scorer of 8 goals. He is predicted to finish top goal scorer, remember. Second highest average rating. If we look at the team on that, if we just have a broad look at the team, I mean, it really has been quite an incredible start to the season. The average ratings for a lot of the players are extremely good. And the team I'm going to be putting out consists of Bayliss in goal, Hoare, Dix, Vitor and Blackman at the back. Now we're playing the 4-5-1 today. Stevenson has slotted into that anchorman role with Rutherford, Bilbo, Flanagan and Tasakovic ahead of him. And Mark Ball leading the line by himself. Going a bit more defensive, especially as we're away from home against the team predicted to finish top of the table. They spend £1.1 million a week on wages. We spend 70k a week. Just imagine the headlines and everyone talking about it on Twitter. That'd be endlessly talked about, wouldn't it? The contrast. It's going to be tough. Brian Dawson up front for them. He's earning 25k a week and he's worth £18 million. Rodriguez on the right hand side. He's almost earning as much as our whole team does in 1 week. 68 grand a week, worth £33 million. I noticed they sold a couple of players in the summer for huge amounts of money. What's this chap? Yeah, he's good as well. Buxton on the left. He's decent. Oh, how are we going to stop this team? I don't know. We're going to give it our best shot, though. That's all we can do. Polish international, Szymanski, 107 caps for Poland in the midfield there. Duarte, something like that on the right. Williams at centre-back. Oh, blah! I don't know what noise that was. He's earning £86,000 a week. He alone is earning more than our entire club. Everyone, including youth players, etc. He's got 2 caps for England. Blimey. That's the words today to be used. And Jason Rush at left back. He's got 29 caps for Wales. And in goal, a Canadian international, 70 caps. He's earning 81k a week. Oh my. On paper, we have no chance, but we are somehow top of the table. So, you never know. We might pull off another shot. We've got a very good draw against Bolton, against all odds. And going with the defensive-minded 4-5-1, there might be a chance to grab a point here. You could maybe argue perhaps I should just go for it, put the trust in the 4-4-2, but the 4-5-1 served as well when we've needed to grind out results, when we're winning 1 or 2-0 with 20 minutes to go. It's got us a draw against Bolton. However, they've won a free kick here on the edge of the box and it's flown in, and that's all that's needed. One long range shot, one free kick that just flies in, and maybe the game plan's out the window. We might have to go attacking after all that. Irritating. It was quite close to Bayliss as well. I think free kicks just seem to fly in regardless. And see, nothing's happening because it is solid. It's just they've scored a free kick and now everything's out the window a bit. I'm going to push these guys forward. Maybe that will make a difference. Gone attacking as well. I think I just have to go for 4-4-2, don't I? Perhaps it was a mistake going 4-5-1. Oh, I don't think it is, because it's been really solid. They've not had anything. They've scored a free kick. That's it. Frustrating. On another day it would be 0-0. I'm going to say unlucky. But yeah, we're going to go to 4-4-2. We're going to bring Luna on for Stevenson, I suppose, and see if we can get back into this game. Here's a highlight. It has been quite a boring game, really, hasn't it? Mark Ball can't quite win that. He's on a yellow card. He's going to have to watch out, isn't he? And here comes Southampton. Without that defensive midfielder in there, we're a little bit more open, more susceptible. They can get in behind. And here they come. Rush. Cuts in. It's back to Szymanski, the Polish international. Rush again. Buxton. Is this going to be a long-range effort, or are they going to manage to break their way through? Here they come. Rodriguez. It looks like they're going to filter their way through. It's a long-range shot just wide. Another highlight. Just over half an hour to go. Lumped long. Buxton's open. Penalty. We need Bayliss to step up here. So a free kick goal and possibly a penalty here. From open play, we've been solid, but Bayliss can't keep that out. It's set pieces that are ruining us today. Going to bring Cochrane on for Rutherford. He's on a yellow, not played particularly well. Oh, a highlight. Is this going to be a highlight? Let's find out. Here's Luna. Come on, Luna. Show your Premier League quality. Tasakovic crosses it in. Oh, I don't know how we didn't get on the end of that. Here's Tasakovic again. Tackled. Oh, chance Mark Ball. Wow. Mark Ball has got us back into this game. Tasakovic with the assist. Blackman with the throw-in. I was kind of lost for words for a minute. That's just why I wasn't commentating. And Mark Ball with his 10th goal of the season. I'm going to bring on Perry Miles. Got to trust the tactic. Can it get us back into this? It's been 3 set-piece goals today, effectively. One was from a throw-in. I might have to do something a bit drastic for the last few minutes if we're to get back into this. I'm going to push these guys forward. Tasakovic is going to go to attack duty. And we will go very attacking. I'm being brave. You got to be brave sometimes. I don't think it's quite going to happen. No. But I think overall, once again encouraging. It's only our second defeat of the season. It's away from home against the team expected to finish top of the table. Mark Ball has scored another goal. Their 2 goals, one a free kick from just outside the box, another a penalty. I've got to be relatively pleased with that, haven't I? I know we don't get anything. It's a loss. It's 0 points. But I've got to be pleased on the whole. And I think that's the right sort of team talk to do. So after 10 games this season, we've dropped to 4th place. But it's very tight at the top, as you can see there. We're kind of like the Walsall from last year. Walsall mid-table at the moment. Remember last year they finished towards the top at the start of the season. They were flying, weren't they? But yeah, we're having a magnificent campaign. 6 wins, 2 draws and 2 defeats inside our first 10 games in the Championship. Mark Ball, top goal scorer, top average rating. What a player he is. And I've banged on about him a lot today, but he just deserves the praise, doesn't he? So next up, next few games, let's have a look to see who we've got. We've got Ipswich in 10th, Walsall in 14th, Winchester in the Hampshire Senior Cup. That should be an easy win against our rivals. Sunderland, towards the bottom of the table. Cardiff, another team towards the bottom. Not sure when the next game will be. We shall see. But it's very promising, isn't it? What do you reckon? Are we going to be the surprise package? Are we going to get into the playoffs this year, possibly? Who knows? It could all change, of course. But the tactics working. The players are gelling. We're playing really well. I'm loving it. Until next time, enjoy FM19. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.